Anyway, yeah, we're gonna watch Cinderella 3. It's actually a very interesting concept. It's kind of like Entangled, where they're like, oh well, what if she got out of the tower for a little bit? In this one, it's what if the slipper did fit one of the stepsisters. I think that's interesting.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, and it actually fits in with the continuity still of the original picture. It pays the animation, and this is the last one they did, so they had a bigger budget than the other ones. So the animation it does not look that bad. The songs actually fit the emotion in this one, and I'm sad that was the last one they made, but it's the best one they made in my opinion. And unfortunately, it has the title Cinderella 3. So no one's gonna watch it, but I want you to watch it because I know you'd have a more critical eye than me, and that's why he's here with Frozen. You know,
yay!
So
right.
So we're gonna.
All right. I'll watch
next
whatever.
time on the Ed Show. No, we're not gonna.
Exactly.
We're not doing that. It's so much pressure, and I'm like, oh, now we have to do this one.
We should do it.
Gosh, but yeah, I'm gonna let you borrow Cinderella 3. Okay. Never mind. You can't touch my.
We'll just have to watch it then.
Yay! I will watch it again.
I have a lot of other movies here that I still haven't watched.
Oh, you have my anime still.
I still haven't watched it.
No, it's alright. No, actually, you can give that to me because we're not doing the anime show anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, well, I'm like, you know what? I'm an anime fan, but I don't watch it as much as I used to. But the 3 we did, I think are cute.
Well, and it also really depends on your market. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
I like,
if you're trying to get an audience, you want to try to find where your broadest audience is. And then you can always do them later.
But also if I just have like, because like what James said, I need to simplify. So I think my only review show will be the Ed Show, where I can talk about anything.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then it'll be Snow White and Rose, and that'll be my 2 shows.
Perfect.
Click here. So what do you think draws audiences to this film? Because it's the #1 album right now. It surpassed Beyonce, and it's
Yeah, the songs are horrible.
And it's not.
You don't like songs? They're so contrived.
Oh, okay.
They're so contrived.
What do you mean by that though? Like.
Okay. Even when a recording artist, is commissioned to write a song for a movie, they usually write songs that are somewhat ambiguous. Oh. There's songs that you could hear independent of the movie and understand.
Okay. There's
songs that you could experience on your own and never need to know that it was a part of anything else.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, we like the style of songwriting, we like your voice, we like the way that the music you write, we like the message we like your lyrics, so we think that you'll be a perfect match for what we're trying to say in this film. So would you write a song for this film? That often works.
Yes. Or
there's songs that already exist that evoke some kind of emotion, right? Mm-hmm. And your sound director or whoever's in charge of scoring the movie goes, we're going to use that song because it explains what's happening here really well.
So, but for this piece,
when you write a musical, every song that you write is specifically designed to fit only that moment in the story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I love musicals.
Yes.
And there are a lot of great songs in musicals that I can listen to over and over and over again. Because they're beautifully well-composed, well-written songs. Yes. None of the songs in this movie...
You don't like...
None of the songs in this movie do that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I thought they were cute.
They are cute. But they only work in the context of that moment of the story. If I listen to it, I'm not going to remember where it came from. I'm going to be like, oh, that's a really stupid, terrible, generic lyric. That fits the moment in the story.
But you want it to live past.
But I'm like, either do it in a poetic way, or make something that outlasts the story.
Man, you don't like these songs? I thought they were awesome.
I don't like any of them.
I like Love is an Open Door. I thought that was interesting because that's the love duet in the piece, and it's her and the villain. This is a spoiler review. I'm sorry, guys. Right?
That's what I said earlier. I was like, I don't want to say
I thought that was kind of cool, right?
Well, that's the foreshadowing. That love is an open door.
Yeah, but the thing is that like you don't really notice it until like.
Well, and again, but that's another trope. Like if you're young or ignorant, that you don't know about. Mm. If you're educated or experienced in that world, it's really easy to spot. But if you're young or older and just ignorant of the...
I mean, I want to say I had a feeling about him because it was just how they wrote him. I was like, he's kind of hollow.
But that's the other thing too, is that they don't give you, at least what I can remember. I'm probably gonna have to watch it again. I don't remember them giving any indication
of what,
of who he really was. So
yeah,
it's such a I'm gonna use another term. It's such a like Deus Ex Machina, just to go, okay, the story is that people think she's the bad guy, but he's really the bad guy.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We don't need to have any foundation for him being the bad guy. We don't need any backstory on him. He's the prince that comes in that she wants to marry, and it turns out he's not.
No, he had backstory. He had, in his kingdom, he would never ever be in charge. Because he was the youngest of like 12 brothers.
Yeah, but that's it.
And he wanted
what I mean though, there's no character development.
Yeah,
there's only him saying, no, because in the beginning we see he's just this prince, and she wants to marry him. That's all that it is. That's all he is. He's like this. That's it.
He's a tool.
He is. He's a foil.
He's a tool.
He is a tool. Yeah, exactly. Probably more ways than one. Hey.
Oh goodness.
But so he comes in. So that's his part. That's his role. He is the thing. He's her object.
Yes.
Right. So that's the thing she wants. Right. So now she has motivation to do something. So now we know she's the hero. That's how you build a story. Right. She wants him. She wants to get married. We know what the backstory is. We know what her conflict is. She doesn't get to leave. Right?
Well, I think her main conflict was that she was trying to get her, like she did marry, but like as soon as Elsa leaves, she wants her back. You know what I mean? Like she feels like there's an explanation now for why she's been ignored all these years, and she's like, oh no, my sister's
right. But
back,
that was the thing. Like they set it up. She's lonely.
Yes.
They set up. She's lonely. That's her excuse for getting married so quickly.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's the point of that.
Yes.
So now we understand who she is and what she wants. All we know about him is that he's the object of what she wants.
Yes.
That's it. He's the object.
So you think he's a weak villain?
Well, so he isn't a villain.
No, but he is,
he's not.
In the truest sense, though, in this film, if there is a villain, it's him. Is what I'm saying.
No, but that's what I mean. You know? He would be the antagonist.
So he's a really
He would
weak
be the
one.
antagonist in the literate sense.
Yes.
Because he's the thing that sets the problem in motion, the conflict. He's the reason why the conflict. He would be the antagonist, but I would not call him a villain.
Well, not the reason, honestly.
He is the reason.
Oh yeah, he's the reason that. You're right. It kind of drives her.
Because if he had not come to the party,
and then she wouldn't have manifested.
If he had not come to the party looking for her so that he could get married, so that he would have a throne,
the queen would have.
That whole thing wouldn't have happened. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like everything in this story is contrived. Everything. Like we want to tell this story, but we can't because there's so many holes. So let's build a bunch of devices into the story and make sure the holes are filled.
Oh, so you think that's
what happens? So what happens is they lead you to the canyon.
Yeah.
And they're like, hold on, let me get the bridge, and they build the bridge, and then they lead you across. Oh. It wasn't built before we got there. They didn't build the bridges so that we would just run straight to the end and go, oh my God, look what happened. Look how far we went.
So you think they had a story and they were like, but we have to explain so much.
They were like, we have this part, and we have this part, and we have, you can't see what I'm doing, but
no.
we have this part, and we have this part, and we have this part. We like all three parts, but they make absolutely no sense together, even though they're related.
So we
have, she's born, she injures her sister, she's banished, happily ever after.
Yeah. But she banished, well, no, she doesn't banish herself.
I'm just saying, that's all we know.
Pushed out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what we know. How do we make the equation work? Okay, what if there's an evil prince?
But isn't that mostly how, like, brainstorming works?
It is. But then what happens is you edit.
Yeah, okay, I see.
And you create a cohesive story.
So you think they should have kept brainstorming?
No, I think they should have stopped brainstorming. They had too many damn ideas.
Okay.
Like, they should have told a simple story. This isn't Hans Christian Andersen.
Yes.
This is Disney.
Yes.
Like, your job is to tell a simple story and get us and move us so that we like what you do. Like, that's the purpose of the movie musical.
For Frozen, do you think it was a little too busy, I guess you could say?
Yeah. Like there was just all these weird things going on that weren't explained.
Okay.
Like the troll family?
Like, even with... Yeah, that was...
Like, where did that come from? He's like, my family's kind of weird. My adopted family's kind of weird. Oh, fuck. What is it? Is it going to be Wookiees? What is it? What's going to happen? Is he really an ogre? Is just like Shrek, but
no?
Opposite?
In the beginning, they show they adopt him.
I know.
So there was so much.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's all, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he was adopted. It doesn't matter that they explain that he was adopted. Who are the troll people?
Exactly.
Where did they come from? Why do they live in this village? Or why do they live in this world?
Oh, damn
right?
it. Did it stop again? Oh, no, it didn't stop. We're still going.
Why do they live in this world? Are there other weird creatures that live in this world? Are there unicorns? Right? Are there chimeras? Oh, it's not that kind of fantasy world. What animals live here? Ogres? Elves? What? Oh, there's only weird trolls that look like rocks. Right? And then there's humans. Their job is not to do crazy, innovative storytelling. It's not their job. Okay. It's not their job to find new ideas and make us think about things in a different way. That's not what they do. They animate our childhood, right? They take stories that you know and they bring them to life so you can watch them and be a kid again. That's fine. I love that. I want to feel like a kid, but I don't want to feel like a confused kid.
You think this confused kids?
No, this movie confused the hell out of me. I was like, I don't know who the hero is. I don't know who I'm rooting for. I don't know why I'm rooting for them. I don't know who. Oh, there's a new bad guy now that. Because it's convenient. It's convenient that he does this.
So you don't think
he didn't do it? I didn't feel like
it all came together.
I didn't feel like I didn't feel like the villain was the villain because he was evil. I felt like the villain was the villain because they needed a way to make things happen.
Because they needed a villain.
He was a device. He wasn't a character. He was a device, a plot device.
If they had a stronger villain, do you think that it would have... Because there's always that thing of that the stronger your villain is, the better your heroes are.
Okay. So, one of the greatest villains of all time.
Maleficent? No, I'm playing. I don't know.
Kaiser Soze. Verbal Kint in Usual Suspects. The reason why he's such a good villain is because he's present the entire time. And we find out that he has been feeding us these lies that we believed. And at the end of the movie, you go, did any of that even happen? Because he's telling the story. He's telling a story about how he met all of these guys. And you're like, okay, so then what happened? Okay, so then we went and we had the meeting and we went to this other meeting and then we set up the gig and this guy, oh my God, I didn't trust him and blah, 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 blah. And then you find out at the end that he was been lying the whole time that he's really Kaiser Soze. Right? Right?
I haven't seen Usual Suspects.
Oh, God. because it's not a fucking musical, is that why?
No.
You need to watch Usual Suspects. I just gave you the fucking ending. Now you can't watch it.
That?
Bryan Singer? I think it was Bryan Singer.
From X-Men?
Yes.
I'll watch it.
Of course you would know X-Men.
Well, we have an hour of footage. I think we should...
I told you this is going to take forever.
I think we should start with... You know what? That's why I asked you, because I was going to do a 4-parter of this.
Okay, good.
No, we're not going to do a 4-parter. Oh my gosh, I think we have a lot.